Hello, welcome to Tarot to a T. Today's reading will be for late October 2023 for the sign of Aries. If this is the first time to my channel, welcome, and if you're returning, welcome back. And I do apologize for such a late reading in the month, but it is still October, and I had a really crappy and chaotic month, so I appreciate your patience. And I trust that when you find this reading, it is the time for you to hear the message, Aries. So let's just jump right into it. And we're going to do a general reading for Aries. So if it doesn't apply to your situation, doesn't sound like it's going to fit, don't make it fit. Okay, just turn off the video and join me for the next one. And I am probably going to have a crazy November. So just want to give you a heads up on that. I will do my best, because I do try to keep up with the channel, to get your reading out in a timely fashion. So just bear with me a few more weeks, a couple more months, okay? Message for Aries. What message would most benefit Aries at this time? Message for Aries. And I do want to remind you, if you like this video, I would appreciate you giving me a thumbs up and subscribing to the channel. It does help the channel in so many ways you can't even imagine. And it ensures that I'll be here for the months and hopefully years to come. But I don't know what the future holds. But in a second, hopefully we'll have a little bit insight of yours. So, not that I predict the future, but you know how tarot goes. Sometimes it can give you a little heads up, right? So let's just jump right into it. Jack of clubs, Six of clubs, Four hearts, and the Four of spades. Look at that. You get the two fours, so there's good things happening on the home front. You're able to pay your bills. You got a roof over your head. Feeling very secure that way. The Four of hearts talks about that supportive and caring and nurturing atmosphere that you're in. You could have a very solid group of friends or a family unit of some sort. It could just be you and your partner. It doesn't have to be a huge family, but you're feeling very taken care of emotionally in the home front. There's also a little bit of stress relief during the end of October here for you with the Four of spades. You might have been having financial troubles or troubles at work that were affecting the home. We'll get into it and see what that's about, but the Six of clubs is very promising because it looks like you're going to have new opportunities coming your way. In terms of, how do I put this? I actually said it kind of backwards. The Six of clubs is about personal growth. So because you've gone through some experience or you've gained some kind of knowledge or some kind of experience under your belt, it's opening up more doors for you. Usually I say it the other way around. I don't know why it came out backwards. So, yeah, you might have gone through some kind of, let's say, emotional growth or spiritual growth. And it looks very good, at least so far, Aries. This could be you. This is fire sign energy. The Jack of clubs could be somebody younger than you, or it's you in a position feeling less experienced, less mature in some way. And I don't mean that in a negative sense. Just you don't quite have, again, the experience under your belt maybe somebody else has, or you're setting out on new territory, so you don't have experience with that, right? Nonetheless, it is fire sign energy. It's Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. You could have somebody around you who's another fire sign that's younger than you. Could be a I just heard this. It could be a child or your kid. It doesn't have to be a young kid. It could be just your kid. Your kid could be in college. Your kid could be a teenager. It doesn't really matter, right? This is I'm just going to say on the surface, the Jack of clubs is usually somebody very supportive. So it could be like a good friend of yours as well. They're there to kind of lend you that emotional support. Your confidant. You also have the Ace of hearts. Four diamonds, 10 of hearts, 4 clubs. Look, you got all fours out here. Four of Clubs. This is talk about things being really, really nice and grounded and solid in your living situation. I think we already established that from the beginning. So your emotional needs are met. You're going through stress release, or you're going through good times, and you also have the Four of Clubs just saying you're really grounded there. You also might have some kind of windfall that's helping out. Some kind of little bonus that came your way. There is a little bit of warning with the Four of Diamonds just to watch the spending, because apparently this is an unusual change in your finances, so it may be you're not going to have it come in again, per se, so just watch how you spend it. That's all that really says. Now, this is interesting. You got the Ace of Hearts, Ten of Hearts. The Ten of Hearts is about completing a cycle and reaching your ultimate happiness in some way. I'm very glad to hear that. I have no idea what it's about. It could be around this home situation. Maybe you've been without a home for a while, or you've had a lot of turbulence in the home. You know, emotional upset. Maybe you've been fighting with your partner. You've had some kind of disagreement. Maybe one of your kids has been giving you trouble. There's something that's been resolved here, and as a result, you're in celebration mode, and you're like, this is all I ever wanted. This is the ultimate happiness. But you also got the Ace of Hearts, which is about a new beginning and being emotionally satisfied, you know, going after what you truly want, a passion. I see this as something that has ended or wrapped up, or actually I wouldn't say ended so much as resolved. I'm hearing resolved. And now you're on a new beginning, a new start. It's as simple as that. Not much else to read into that, honestly. Let's go ahead and pull some more cards. Obviously, this is a message you need to hear, so let's see if something else pops out here that we need to address. But it looks like you're doing fantastic, Aries. Got the Two of Hearts and the Eight of Hearts. This is more really good news. This is all water energy. The Two of Hearts is about feeling connected to someone in an intimate way, or desiring that. Whereas the Eight of Hearts is about going out and socializing, having a good time. It's actually along the same lines as that Ten of Hearts. Having a good time, celebrating, spending time with family and friends. And there's a potential with Eight of Hearts to meet somebody special. So I could be speaking to the Aries who are single, and they're desiring to find that special someone. That could be your focus right now, since you got your home matters taken care of. And in some way you are nurtured. So I feel like this is extended family, even maybe your parents, even us who live on our own. Our parents are still involved in our lives. Or you have a very tight-knit friendship circle. It could be that, right? I do see that as you kind of having your heart open and looking for that special connection to come your way. Nothing wrong with that. I'm actually glad to see this reading, because most of the readings I've done so far have not been this light and lucky and happy-go-lucky, I should say, because there was other stuff going on. There were major endings. Maybe you have skirted the eclipses that happened recently, and the full moons and the new moons, and you're not, you know, you haven't been caught up in that Venus in retrograde energy either. Or it could be because Venus is going direct. Now is a good time to look for somebody as a partner, a romantic partner. Anyway, you also have some kind of new beginning here in finance. You could be just looking for ways to increase your income, like a side hustle, or you could be looking to change careers. Doesn't really specify, it just expresses a desire to increase your income. Didn't really see anything else come out here about work. And we did see that windfall card, so I don't know that you're having problems at work, where you're feeling like you just need to change jobs. It's just a personal desire, and this just wanted to pop out when I picked up the deck. So here we go, Six of Hearts. Potential here to meet somebody special with the Six of Hearts. Lots of opportunities coming your way, Aries. This is such a positive reading. I can't imagine what the advice is going to be, but very positive news here. Now, if you're not looking for romance, you may be just looking for that special connection with somebody. I think we all desire on some level to have somebody we connect with emotionally, whether it's romantic or not. So the Six of Hearts, I like to say, could also mean meeting the perfect business partner, or the person that you're gonna you have a strong something in common with them. Let's say it's music, or let's say it's skiing, or camping, or hiking. You know, it could be anything, and you find that person that you can travel with. It could be something as simple as that, but you have this great. You're very open, and you have this great opportunity for something like that to occur, where you meet this person, or maybe it's a couple different people that are completely not related to each other, you know. Let's go ahead and ask for another card, because I don't know what your advice is going to be. Apparently you need something here, though. Look at that. Yep, stress relief. You're just chilling. Aries is chilling for the end of October. That's who I'm speaking for. Like I said earlier, this doesn't fit your situation. Please come back and join me for next month's reading. But you got it twice. Things are looking good on the home front. You're in stress relief. Okay, let's look at cards of advice. I'm very curious. What on earth could Aries need in terms of advice? What on earth? We got the Three of Diamonds. Okay, there's a little bit of a clue for me. I'll explain that in a second. Okay, we got the Queen of Clubs and the Two of Spades. Nine of Spades. Okay, something did happen in the past here. This is probably why you're feeling really good. And I will explain myself in a second here. Oh, King of Hearts, very nice. Okay, so the first clue I had was that you may be trying to make a decision about money matters. I kind of see that with the Ace of Diamonds, and that you desiring to increase your income. Perhaps you just don't make enough to meet your needs. Could be as simple as that. Not that you're like this overly ambitious person. And if you are, that's fine too. But there's a decision to be made around money, and you're kind of pulled in a couple different directions. Perhaps you have two employment options available to you. It could be something like that. It could also be a decision around spending money. Well, you know you really need to spend it, but you're just not which way you want to go with that. We also have the Two of Spades and the Queen of Clubs. The Queen of Clubs is, again, that fire sign energy. It's Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. The Two of Spades is about a disconnection from somebody. You've disconnected possibly from a fire sign. The Jack of Spades position that came out earlier, that could very well be you, because you are that fire sign as well, in this new position of being single. This could be why I saw all this desire here to find someone new. And not just any old person. You're looking for that special relationship. But this is a permanent separation. This is like never going back. This is like no reconciliation energy around that Two of Spades. And it's wrapped up with this Queen of Clubs. Now, it doesn't have to be female either. They might have had a little bit of power or stature in some way. Might have had a really good job, for example, and that would be the stature. But they're being denoted by some fire sign energy. If they're not a fire sign as a sun sign, they could have had that in their moon position. And they're not a bad person. Again, these clubs characters, they're actually pretty supportive people. So it's not about necessarily somebody that betrayed you. It's just a relationship that didn't work out for the long term. Okay. And it's also mirrored here in the Nine of Spades. This is a completion, and this is some kind of loss. There's a little bit of grieving, perhaps, with this, a little bit of sadness, but I'll just say I'm not going to minimize what you're going through or what you did go through. It's not as devastating as it could show up in tarot. Sometimes I get really, really dark cards that come out, and it looks like somebody's really going through a hard time. not just getting over it, but just getting through the feelings. Like there could be bitterness and anger and betrayal and all kinds of really nasty emotions coming up. I don't see that with the Nine of Spades. It's just like, yeah, it was a loss and it hurt. Might have had your heart broken, but it's a completion. And it's in your advice here, so it tells me it's behind you. Because none of that came out earlier. You were kind of, you were clued in on that. I saw very, very positive, light, emotional energy. Now the King of Hearts is exciting because this is where you're headed. Doesn't necessarily mean you're headed towards a water sign, but I'll just mention that. It could be a Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer. I also see the King of Hearts as someone who has complete control and dominion over their emotional state and their emotional life. It means you're headed towards a very healthy emotional state. If you went through this pain earlier, you probably were a little down, depressed. Not saying you were psycho or anything. That's not the emotional state I'm talking about. It's just that when we're not our best, because of what we've been through. Because of what we've been through, you have to give yourself credit. And when we get in those states, to realize they're not permanent. I am going through something similar to that right now, Aries. I've had some pretty bad, I would say, letdowns. Not I didn't break up with somebody, but things that have dominated my thoughts and my energy enough to bring me down during the day, more than I normally would be. You know how you kind of float through life, but when something really serious happens, you can't shake it, you can't stop thinking about it. It starts to wear on you, and you have to remember it will pass. It will pass. It's just, especially when you have something going on that's lingering and you don't know exactly how it's going to turn out, which is in my case. It's a really tough place to be in, but you're headed towards this fantastic emotional wellness and health. Let's see what other advice we have. So apparently that's the message you needed to hear. Not only are you playing that role with all this Ten of Hearts, the Eight of Hearts, and being this light, happy person who's getting out and socializing, you're actually headed towards a better mental I say mental state, but emotional state is more like it. Okay. Let's see what else we got. Nine of Clubs. There's an achievement to be recognized. Again, a completion, so it's behind you. You did achieve something. But I would say this is more pertaining to the work. Because we kind of had these dual themes going on here where you're looking for someone new, so obviously you're not in a relationship. But you also are desiring to increase your pentacles, your finance, your abundance in some way. So the Nine of Clubs asks us to recognize that there's achievement. It's completed, it's behind you, but to acknowledge that and to be proud of it. And not minimize it, you know? Any more? Yeah, okay. Okay, so that's an interesting card. It's not a bad card, but it's about change. I would say, so this is about getting unstuck from something. Something being stagnant and getting unstuck. And there's movement with Five of Clubs. I would say that's the process you're in. And you're doing a damn fine job of it. Because like I said, all this energy has been very positive. So whatever you were in before, it might have involved the home life. Maybe you lived with this person. Whatever relationship came to the end with this Queen of Clubs, you're in forward motion. You're getting unstuck. I do see that tied in with that King of Hearts and being and feeling more in control of your emotional state. Feeling very, I wanted to say fresh and positive. Very positive outlook with the King of Hearts. That's really the best card you can have as far as the heart's energy pertaining to you and what you're experiencing internally. If you don't feel that already, you're headed that way. And you're getting unstuck from whatever it was in the past, and I think that was pretty obvious. I am going to end it there. I'm just feeling like this was a pretty straightforward, wham bam, thank you ma'am kind of reading where it just kind of laid out, yeah, you're in this really, really positive energy at the end of October, probably going into November. I don't see any bumps in the road. I just see you having to make some kind of decision around your abundance or some kind of financial situation. Recognizing that this connection to this Queen of Clubs is over, and this loss is behind you, headed towards, again, the fantastic emotional health, and that you're getting unstuck from things, and to acknowledge the achievements that you have accomplished along the way. That 10 of Hearts, I think I did mention it, and you only had the 110 out here, is the wrapping up of a major cycle. So whatever transpired here, it was meant to, you were meant to go through it and complete it in some manner, and you have succeeded in that way for sure, because now you're in this very, very happy place. Or at least, if you're not ecstatic, you are content and satisfied with that. And that is fantastic, and I wish that you stay in that state for a while, Aries. We all deserve that. Okay, again, if you like the reading, please give me that thumbs up and subscribe if you don't mind. It really helps the channel. Can't stress that enough. I look forward to seeing you again as soon as I can. Take care until I do.